me again on my program. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining me from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, or Australia, I appreciate you very much. Thank you for your contributions on the comment section. I appreciate you. If you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remembrance. Once again, I come in peace. I bring you programs and things that are happening in Nigeria. The contraption called Nigeria, as you all know, is not doing any of us any good. Some of us who found ourselves in that very contraption, not by will, we are not that we are willing to be there, just by accident we find ourselves in that very place. We are forced into that very contraption, we are forced into the amalgamation to be part of that contraption, but we are saying enough is enough. Odudua and Biafra said enough is enough, and we have to get out of that very contraption to have a better life. A place we can have a dignity. That is what we are asking for. We are not asking for war, not are we asking for anything. We are not asking for hatred. It's not a hate speech for somebody to say that he or she wants a better life. It's not a hate speech for one to say that he or she needs a freedom. It is not a hate speech for one to say that he or she wants a better life for you and for everybody. That is what we're asking for. For every indigenous people in that very contraption called Nigeria, we are asking that we should be allowed to have peace. We should be allowed to grow in our own speed. We should be allowed to practice whatever we want to practice. We should be allowed to exist peacefully in our own areas. Because the very contraption that merge together are not the same people. There are several people and several nations in that very contraption with different ideologies. If it's high time that people are being allowed to go their ways and exist in a manner that will be human. Not living like animals in the zoo, not hating and fighting each other day and night, taking the life of people unnecessary for no reason whatsoever. It is high time we begin to ask the real question. Make the real demand. The actual question and the real demand we have to make is to ask for a breakup. A breakup. The question is, who were you before you were forced into that very amalgamation of being a member of the Niger area? Who were you before then? That is the question. Find out who you were before you were forced to be a Nigerian. Find out who you were. That is the question you have to ask yourself every day. Anybody that finds himself in that very contraption called Nigeria, ask yourself, who were you before you were being named that very derogatory name? And the right question to ask now, what you're going to be asking, requesting for, the right request to make for is a breakup. Breakup for you to go back to whom you are, go back to your region, to be able to grow and have dignity as a human. That is your right. It is your right. Don't allow anybody to take it away from you. It is your right. It is my right. For those of them who want to sell away that right, who doesn't want to go along with that right, it is their own right also. If you decide to sell your right, that is your business. Nobody can force you. But if you have decided to sell your right, do not castigate those who are fighting for their own right. Don't castigate them. Allow those who are capable, allow those who are sensible enough to go for what is theirs, to continue to go for it. That is what we are asking. That is what we are requesting that everybody should do. Don't force people into what they do not agree to. Don't force people into what they do not sign up for. It is inhuman to do that. I want to bring to you and share with you a video that was made by one of the politicians we have in Nigeria, one of the terrible and horrible politicians we have in Nigeria, who is from the southwestern part of Nigeria, from Lagos State to precise, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You all know about Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his records. We know him very well. We know how he started. We know he was a drug baron before. We know all manner of crime that he has committed before he ran to Nigeria and began to force himself into politics. Eventually, he was able to capture politics, and since then, he held Lagos State captive and has been making Lagos State up to the state of making Lagos State his own personal property and palace. If you go to Lagos State, it is said that about 75% of the properties in Lagos belong to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if not 80%. And he comes out to brag about it. He comes out to brag about it and challenge and feel that he has control over everybody in the Yoruba land, which is false. Most times he claimed to be the Jagaban of the North, not Jagaban of the West. Jagaban of the North is not Jagaban of the West. Whatever he's claiming to be, he is being whatever he's being for his northern masters, not for the Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation have able people who can speak for themselves. Yoruba nations have very intelligent people who can speak for themselves. We know Yorubas to be very, very educated. I see no reason why an illiterate like Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be speaking on behalf of the Yorubas. Yorubas are educated and have a lot of professors. They have a lot of educated people. One of the most educated tribes in Nigeria. And you want to tell me that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be the person to speak with them? That is a sheer lie. And for you to know the lie that this man is being promoting, since the southern governors came together to unify together and have one voice to speak, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his slave masters become uncomfortable. They have been fighting tooth and nail to see that they destroy the unity between the southern governors and make sure they do not have a voice. That was why Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to hold a meeting with some of his fellow old folks. Some of his fellow old, outdated, unlearned and ill-mannered folks who doesn't care about their children. If you look at the people who came for that very meeting, people who were making that press interview or whatever they call them, press statement or whatever they call it, people that made that press release, none of them is less than 80 years old. None of them is less than 80 years. People who are going to leave this world in the few years to come. They come out and they are forcing their children to remain in a contraption that they have destroyed and know that will not work. The same thing you have been talking about since independence. For 60 years now, they have been crying, saying the same thing, planning, working on the same thing, which never work. Instead, it's bringing death to their people. Instead, more people are dying in Nigeria, more poverty is coming to Nigeria, more uneducated people are being raised in Nigeria, and they are still forcing people to remain there, telling us of one Nigeria. They are still talking about the unity of a Nigeria that do the new Yoruba man no good. The unity of Nigeria that have stolen everything from the Yoruba nation. That is what Tinubu is still talking about. Asking people not to support Sunday Igboho. Asking people that are asking for self-determination that they are not part of it, that Yorubas are not part of it. Yorubas are 1,000% behind Sunday Igboho. Go and watch all the rallies that Sunday Igboho has been going. Very soon the rally will happen in Lagos State, believe it or not. Some think that the rally will not happen in Lagos State. The rally will come to Lagos State and Lagos State will be the highest, the greatest ever. Tinubu is just playing his last card, pretending that he doesn't know what is coming. And very soon he will either start singing the song of Odudua or he will run away from the land. But even if he sings the song of Odudua, that will not save him. He must surely pay for his crimes. This man was bold enough to come out with some of his fellow old charlatans who doesn't have anything to offer, who doesn't have any idea of what is going on in this jet age. In this 21st century, they don't know what it tells. They are coming out to give a communique on behalf of the educated and well-learned Yoruba people to tell us that the Yorubas are asking for one Nigeria and constitutional amendment and restructure or whatever. Restructure what? What are you restructuring? What are you restructuring and what are you amending? What? The same restructuring and amending the same amendment you have been doing since independence to date. The same restructuring that your Fulani master never want to listen to or hear. The same restructuring that brought war to Nigeria that you refuse. That is what you old folks are coming out to talk about this time, this very point in time. We have gone past that very level. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, maybe you are still sleeping. Wake up. Wake up. The Yoruba nation have moved on. The Yorubas have moved on. You are not speaking for anybody, but speaking for yourself, for your selfish interest. Speaking for yourself, for your selfish interest. You want to be a president of Nigeria in your deathbed. You must be dreaming, being a president of Nigeria. See what your wife is doing. Those who are going to make the constitutional amendment is your wife. Your wife, Remi, or what you call them. Remi, your wife, is one of those who exalt the amendment. That Remi is there fighting her fellow woman, calling her fellow woman a thug. The Remi that is going to make the amendment that people were supposed to follow. Your wife, person who is planning to be the first lady of the contraption called Nigeria. She is captured on video abusing her colleague, where they have gone to discuss the amendment of this so-called constitution. After amending the constitution, who is going to amend the character of your wife, Remy? Who is going to control her? Now that she's not even this first lady, but her arrogance cannot be mentioned. She has been captured on video so many times abusing people. Even in the Senate, she fights with her colleague over and again. During the election, you saw her where she was insulting somebody from Southeast part that they don't trust Southeasterners, that they can never trust them and they will never ever trust them. She was captured on video saying that during the election time. This is the person that is going to amend a constitution that is going to favor a nation, a constitution that is going to bring peace, a constitution that people will survive in. A tyrant is the one going for constitutional amendment, and you are there listening to him. You are there listening to him. Thank God for the Yoruba nation. Thank God for Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho is doing a great work. He is doing a great work, speaking out. Not only speaking, he is on the ground rallying people. Go and watch the rally if you have not watched. Go and watch the rally of Sunday Igboho. In Ondo, Akure mainly, the whole people were out of home. Everybody was outside supporting Sunday Igboho. He's coming to Lagos very soon. Just wait. Let us see and hear the communique that these people issued. The press statement that Tinubu and Tinubu and his cohorts, those old, archaic, dangerous men. Let's listen to what they have to say. Let's hear them out.
And the governors here,
concerned about the state of the nation, particularly the serious security challenges facing the country. All progressives Congress leaders in the Southwest met in Lagos on Sunday, May 24, 2021. The meeting was characterized by open and frank discussions of the difficulties now facing Nigeria. Based upon these deliberations, the following points of agreements were reached. The leaders commiserate with and condole the President and Commander-in-Chief, President Mohammadu Buhari, the military authorities, families of the Chief of Army Staff and other officers who died, and indeed the entire nation over last Friday's tragic plane crash in Kaduna. We express our strong opposition to separatist agitation and hate speeches, while urging those indulging in such to desist forthwith. We renew our belief in the unity, stability, and sustainability of the country. We note with significant concern the security situation in the country. Terrorism and violent criminality threaten many areas, adversely affecting the lives and livelihoods of too many innocent and peace-loving Nigerians. While mindful of the resource and other constraints facing the nation, we urge the federal government to continue to make the necessary expenditures and allocate sufficient resources to enable the military and security agencies to tackle the difficult security challenges confronting us. For Nigeria to overcome these challenges, we must do so with unity of purpose and action. The desire for peace and the chance for a prosperous and just society is universal and transcends all regional, religious, or ethnic divisions. Sadly, many public figures have made statements that spark division and undermine the needed unity of purpose. We urge government at all levels, security agencies, and public leaders across the country to do everything possible to prevent tension so that we sustain the necessary unity to defeat these challenges to our national security. All responsible Nigerians must speak and act in a manner that strengthens our common cause against these common threats to our collective peace, justice, and development. We restate our abhorrence of violence as a means to achieve either political or economic power and influence. We strongly condemn violence of any form in any part of the country, regardless of ethnic or regional identity of the perpetrators of the violence or of the victims. Government must do all it can to protect potential victims and to assist those who have previously been victimized by terrorism or widespread banditry. We hold to the view that through federalism, where more power and resources are allocated to the states, will be an essential part in strengthening society and improving democratic governance so that we beat the present challenges, but also engender durable peace and security. True federalism and the reallocation of resources and authority that comes with it will empower the states to solve localized issues before they spread and transform into national ones. In addition to mitigating political competition for control of the national government, greater federalism will empower grassroots economic development and political reforms that will stand as bulwarks against the terrorism and criminality now experienced in too many parts of the nation. A hallmark of the enhanced federalism will be the establishment of state police force. We endorse the position of the Southern governors taken at their May 11, 2021 summit in Asaba, Delta State, regarding ranching. We do so because such a decision will lessen tensions between farmers and herders, while also helping the long-term economic viability of both the farming and herding communities. We are mindful of the short-term dislocation this might cause, but are also mindful that this position is in the best interest of all parties concerned. We therefore recommend that the federal and state governments cooperate fully with each other to enact the necessary measures to encourage this more effective and modern method of cattle rearing so that both farmers and herders can pursue their livelihoods with greater productivity and in a more cooperative relationship with that minimizes the friction between these two important pillars of our agricultural economy. We also thank traditional rulers for their important role in the polity and appeal to them to keep intervening in the maintenance of peace and stability.
You have seen it by yourself. You have seen it. These are the kind of plans they have for you and I. This is the same thing they have been talking, the same thing they have been saying in the same manner for how many years since independence. This is the same language you've been hearing since independence. There has not been any change. No change of idea, no change of position. You are calling for one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Calling of restructuring. Restructuring that brought war into Nigeria. Restructuring that you refused. Because of it, Nigerian fought war. And more than 5 million people lost their life. Yet, here are you calling about that same restructuring. And who are those that are going to do this restructuring? Mohammadu Ahmed Tinubu is one of those discussing about that very constitutional amendment in Lagos State. One of the tyrants, the wife of the same Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is a fraudster, who have stolen all the funds in Lagos State. These are the people at the end of affairs, people who are supposed to follow. Thank God for Sunday Igboho. If you have not woken up and you're from the Yoruba land, better wake up. Wake up and join the moving train before it is too late. the Yoruba nation is gone. Yoruba nation is gone. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you think about it. It doesn't matter how the propaganda you give. It doesn't matter how you speak about it. It's final. Yoruba nation is gone. Biafra is gone. Long time ago they have gone. And thank you for the unity between Biafrans and the Yorubas and the Oduduas. They are moving forward, holding rallies across the world together. And when these two nations emerge, you can imagine how their nation will be, how their country will be in defense, economy, and progress. That is why we are asking for a breakup, so that these vibrant people should go and grow at their own speed without being delayed, without being pulled back. Enough is enough. We cannot continue in this way. In a country where you will see the government of the country asking their military to go and kill the citizens, innocent citizens, for no reason. A government will give order to the citizens to go and to the military that are supposed to be protecting your territory border, your territories, that is supposed to be fighting against the invaders, supposed to be fighting against the terrorists. You tell your military to go and kill innocent citizens, and that is what they are doing till date. I'm going to share with you a video. You will see what a military man is saying. The instruction that was given to them: go and kill as many people as possible. Children, women, take their life. They are all bandits. That is what they are preaching. Watch it and see for yourself.
Anybody you see there a bandit, anybody where you see a bandit, don't forget to anybody there a bandit, man or woman or auntie or uncle.
That is the country we have as Nigeria. That is the contraption called Nigeria. Nobody is saying anything. The British that caused this problem are not saying anything. British is not calling them to order. Instead, their British High Commission is there. The ambassador of British ambassador in Nigeria is there, supporting the whole moves. She is there, silently supporting the whole moves, not calling them out. This is where we have found ourselves. And you tell us to stick to it. Thank God that we are no longer sleeping. The generation that we are in, the 21st century generation, Nigerians, or whatever you call them, they are not keeping silent. 21st century Biafrans and Odudua, they are not keeping silent, and they are not letting their efforts, and they must surely get what they want. They are not joking or playing about it. It must surely come to pass. Just a little time. Just a little time. We are almost there. MAZI NNAMDI KANU has done a great job, and I give him applause for the awakening. The awakening that we are seeing in that contract we call in Nigeria now is done by MAZI NNAMDI KANU and nobody else. He was the one that stood his ground through Radio Biafra, preaching morning and night, calling out everybody. At a stage, he got mad. He began to insult all the tribes, insulting everybody. He insulted us until we came to our senses. That is when I see people still talking about MAZI NNAMDI KANU, insulting people, they don't know what they are talking. It was that insult that woke up many people in that very contraption. Without such language, a black man will never listen to you. They will never hear. A black man listens when you insult him very well to his bone marrow. That was the strategy that MAZI NNAMDI KANU used to wake everyone up, most especially the Odudua brothers. Our Odudua brothers have woken up fully and no going back. Biafrans are on their way home. Oduduas are going home. Nobody can stop us. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you pretend. It cannot work. It can't work. It cannot work. I want to share with you one of the video I came across, an interview that was granted to someone in Channel Television, what he's trying to explain about the contraption called Nigeria, to tell you that this country can never work, and to show you that the people in the aim of affairs are not even willing to make any change. They are not willing to make any change. They are only focused on lying and lying and lying, and then pursuing their colonization agenda, pursuing their land grabbing. That is all they are doing and nothing else. Watch the video and hear from the interview directly.
More to be truth, lack of justice. As I'm standing since 2001 till date, you cannot handpick one person that has been convicted or is in jail today as a result of the killings on the plateau or other parts of the Middle Belt. So lack of justice. Once there is no justice, once there is no kind of enforcement that somebody must be held responsible, then definitely the person that usually perpetrates such acts will continue. Because no single person has been convicted as a result of the killings on the plateau. Single. So either in the court of law or that this person has been sentenced to 5-10 years in jail because as a result of the killings. So lack of justice, definitely, because the people that have been killed, I always say that the people that have been killed every day seek for justice. But what they usually get is political peace. So if we have sustainable political peace for a long time, you always have this kind of attacks will come and go, come and go. You give it to the STF or the security or whatever. Every day they bring in different worrying factors. They bring in the Fulani headsmen, discuss peace, bring in this one, discuss peace. But I always say that any peace on a tea table without justice through what has happened behind, then definitely you will go, well, they will not do anything for us. And they will continue. So lack of justice has led us to where we are today. 18 people have been killed. It's 24 hours. What arrests have been made so far? Where is being searched today after these people have been killed? Rather, we have families are crying all over because they have lost their loved ones. So it's just the usual story that perpetrators will be brought to book, while the book of those that are being killed is like filled up, and the books of the perpetrators is still empty. So when lack of justice continue on daily basis, then definitely the perpetrators will continue because nobody will bring them back to book.
That is it. That is where we are. It doesn't matter what you think. This is the situation now. This is the situation. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. Go to the comment section, leave your comments. Thank you and remember blessed. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.